Hey, how's it going out there today, guys? So today I want to share with you a great little budget blade that I picked up the other day. It was kind of a impulse buy, but I've really been impressed with this little thing, and so I definitely wanted you guys to check it out. This is the Kershaw Amplitude. This is the 3.25-inch version. It's all stainless steel construction, and it really caught my eye when I was at Walmart the other day, and so I picked it up and started messing with it, and I just really thought it was cool, and I've been carrying this thing ever since. It's a assisted open. It's got their patented speed safe assisted open. The blade is 8CR13 MOV steel, which isn't a great steel, but it's a good steel for a little beater knife you don't mind beating up. And it holds a good edge and everything like that, and is a pretty good working man's blade steel. So, for the average task that you're gonna be doing, as long as you're not like heavy using it a lot. But so let's take a look at this thing first off, like I always like to do in these reviews. I mean, the looks of this thing are really what caught my eye to begin with. I mean, this is just a really cool looking knife. It is a frame lock, which is nice also. You don't see that on a lot of budget knives. Yeah, so make sure if we're focusing here. Come on. There we go. So yeah, it's just a really nice looking knife. It is a drop point blade, and then it's all been, I guess, bead blasted. I guess you would call the finish. It's a bead blasted finish. This is a spacer here. It's not actually part of the pivot. The pivot screw in the middle there is the actual pivot, but looks nice nonetheless. So like I said, I've been carrying this thing for, I don't know, probably past 3 or 4 days, and just using it for average tasks at work and stuff like that. And I've really enjoyed this little thing. I've enjoyed this more than quite a few of the knives that I've picked up recently. See, that action is very nice, that assisted opening action. I did take it all apart and lube it up a little bit and just kind of check it out, because when I did notice that my blade was a little bit off center. See if you guys can see that there. The blade's not perfectly centered. It is a little off to the side. So I took it all apart and reassembled it, trying to get that blade more centered. And what I found was I could get it more centered, but I'd have to tighten the pivot up too much to where it didn't want to open smoothly. So I guess that's just something I'm going to have to live with. Like I said, it's not a big deal because it's pretty much, I consider this like a budget beater knife. The MSRP on these is around, I think, $50 is what they say on their website. I wouldn't pay that for this knife, but you can pick them up at Walmart or other places for around $20 to $30. And at that price point, in my opinion, they're great little knives. So like I said before, you've got the blue spacer there, which is a nice touch. It looks very nice. And then on the back here, you've got some very nice spacers there that are have a nice blue coloring to them as well, which kind of gives the whole thing a nice style. I'd like to see some sort of back spacer liner there, but it is what it is. Another really cool thing about this knife that I like is the fact that it has this deep carry pocket clip. The pocket clip is reversible. You can move it to either side, whether you're left or right hand. Then of course it is tip up carry only. But this thing has the deepest pocket concealment clip on any knives that I've messed around with so far. I mean, this thing really goes, I mean, you can't get much deeper than that. I mean, it goes all the way, you know, up to here in your pocket, but there's still enough room for you to like grab onto it there and get it out of your pocket easily. We'll get into some of the specs of this thing. Like I said, it is a drop point blade. The overall length open is 7.28 inches or 185 millimeters. The close length is 4.17 inches or 105 millimeters. The blade length, which they claim it is a 3.25 inch blade, but it's actually closer to 3. It's about 3.12 inches or 79.2 millimeters. The blade thickness is 3.12 inches. Or I'm sorry, the blade thickness is 0.12 inches or 3.05 millimeters. And the weight comes in at about 4.31 ounces or 122 grams. They do make this in a blackwash version as well. And there's also a 2.5 inch version, but the 2.5 inch version, the blade is quite different. I mean, it really doesn't look like the same knife to me. I mean, there's a lot different about it. While it's called the Amplitude 2.5 inch version, I really consider it to be basically a different knife altogether. It's got the blade design's a little bit different. I actually like the blade design on the 2.5 inch Amplitude better, but that's just too small a knife for me. This is about as small as I want to go, a 3-inch blade. I really don't like carrying knives that are any smaller than that. This is a Todd Rexford design. He's a custom knife maker that does a lot of collaborations. And just so you can see here, the actual model number of the knife is 3871. And of course it is made in China, being a lower end Kershaw. But like I said, I've really been impressed with this thing. It's done everything I wanted it to do, and it just really feels good in the pocket, and it's just really cool, you know, to pull out and flip open and do what you need to do. I've never been a big fan of the assisted open knives in the past, but I'm really going to give them a chance now. This one's kind of sold me on the assisted open design. And of course, you can see it does have the tent ball there to keep it sturdy. So yeah, that's about it, guys. It's just a little awesome knife that I thought I'd bring to your attention. Like I said, for around 20, 25 to 30 bucks. If you're in the market for a budget beater knife, I would definitely recommend it. Another thing I wanted to mention when I did take it apart, this thing is not on bearings, it's on plastic washers, which again, you know, for a knife in this price range is not a big deal, and it doesn't seem to be an issue. I guess we'll tell over time, you know, how well those hold up, and we could always replace them, you know, with maybe some bronze washers or something like that in the future, if need be. But I really don't see there probably going to be a need for that. But like I said, time will tell. It does have some nice jipping up here for the flipper, and up here on the blade as well, so that you can get a nice good grip on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I have more knife reviews coming soon, and if you like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll check you out next time. Y'all have a great day.